Good evening, Kathy Mortensen here with Equality Matters. And tonight I'm going to end the section on noble kinship and the line of the Lord's Prayer, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, with a meditation. So I'd like for you to sit, get comfortable. Um, I'll read a little bit before I start, and then I'll let you know, just to give you time to get comfortable for a short meditation. So, how do you define yourself? What is the role of this idea of Satan in your life? Satan, because there's a picture of it here, up here in the being tempted by Satan, the devil, in its original Hebrew context, is not a singular being. It wasn't intended that way. It was intended as an adversarial force, a tester, an accuser, a mirror of opposition. So, in this light, temptation and evil are not entities, but energies, ways we are pulled into self righteousness, division, and forgetting. So, I wanted to plant that seed as we talk about temptation and before we jump into a meditation. You know, both science and sacred traditions, no matter what religion you are, affirm this, that life unfolds not through dominance, but through relationship. Cosmology tells us that the stars die so that new life may form. Ecology reveals that systems flourish through reciprocity, not control. Neuroscience through Zimgrod and others shows that when we cling to rigid certainty, we diminish our capacity to relate, adapt, and understand. This is noble kinship. In its most enduring form, the willingness to remain in relationship with life, even when we cannot reconcile its contradictions. It's the strength to say, even though we see differently, even though the wound remains, I will not define you by your worst moment. I will not define myself by my worst moment. I will root myself in something older than this hurt, this fracture, something stronger than the ideology and the certainty. So I want to plant that seed before we do the meditation on temptation. Are you ready? Take in a deep breath. We're meditating on the strength to relate. Let your body settle. Allow your breath to come naturally, without force, without rush. As you inhale, notice the fullness of the breath. As you exhale, feel the softening that comes with release. Inhale. Inhale the wholeness of your existence. Exhale all that you need to release, to connect, to this wholeness. Let yourself arrive fully in this moment. It is human to be tempted. Temptation is not a flaw in our design. It is part of being alive, part of having hunger, longing, desire, and fear. Notice this truth of temptation within you without judgment. Take note of where you feel the temptation. Let go of the judgment. There is nothing broken in you because you feel tempted. There is nothing broken because you acted on temptation. Temptation calls to us in many forms, not only through grand decisions or reactions or obvious wrongs. It also speaks in small moments. The temptation to retreat when connection feels hard. Can you feel that temptation? That temptation to retreat when connection feels hard? How does it show up? When does it show up? The temptation to blame when pain feels sharp. How does that show up? Where does it show up? When does it show up? The temptation to close off rather than remain open. These are not signs of weakness. They are invitations. Accept the invitation. Breathe in the invitation. Notice where we are. Notice who we are becoming. Notice how you want to live. Breathe in. Where you are. Breathe in who you are becoming. Breathe in how you want to live. Breathe out those notions of hardness, sharpness, and closing. Breathe in possibilities of opening. Breathe out the sharp closing. Breathe in that temptation is an invitation, not to shame, but to awareness. The choice is before us. Pause on a time when you felt tempted to choose separation. Maybe it was the pull to shut someone out. The pull to cling to certainty instead of curiosity. The draw to protect yourself through anger rather than expose vulnerability. Notice how what tempted you feels in the body. Where do you sense tightening or holding or resistance? There's no need to push these feelings away. Simply notice them, welcome them as part of your human experience. Now gently bring to mind this question. What did I truly want in that moment? Not just to protect myself, beneath that. Was it to feel safe? Was it to be seen? To be known? To belong? Temptation often masks itself as strength. That there is a strength in time to walk away. Was this the time? Temptation can mask itself as a strength to harden, to declare ourselves right. But beneath it, there is usually a deeper yearning, a yearning to remain connected, to be part of something larger than the self, and to live with integrity. Breathe in that yearning. Let it soften you. It's human to be tempted. It is also human to yearn for something greater. It's human to yearn for wholeness. Our strength is found in returning. Strength is not found in never being tempted. It is found in noticing when we are, in pausing, in choosing again to relate, to hold open the door of connection, even when it's hard. This is the fiercer strength, to trust in relationship more than certainty, to trust in presence more than control. Breathe this truth in. Every moment offers a return. Every moment offers a return to our wholeness. Every temptation, every struggle is a threshold, a choice to come home to what matters most. Let yourself feel the quiet courage it takes to return to kindness, to return to listening, to return to the dignity of others and the dignity within yourself. Take a few more breaths now. Inhale. Notice the steadiness that grows with awareness. Exhale. Release any judgment, any hardness toward yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Say to yourself gently, it is human to be tempted. It is human to choose again. And when you are ready, bring your attention back to the room around you. Let the awareness linger. Strength to relate lives in you. It always has. Namaste.